During a denial of service (DOS) attack, a hacker renders a system unusable or significantly slows the system by overloading resources or preventing legitimate users from accessing the system. These attacks can be perpetrated against an individual system or an entire network and are usually successful in their attempts. The hacking attack is one of the availability, meaning legitimate users no longer have access to the network. Session hijacking is a hacking method that creates a temporary DOS for an end user when an attacker takes over the session. Session hijacking is used by hackers to take over a current session after the user has established an authenticated session. Session hijacking can also be used to perpetrate a man-in-the-middle attack when the hacker steps between the server and legitimate client and intercepts all traffic. This lecture explains DOS attacks, distributed denial of service attacks, and the elements of session hijacking such as spoofing methods, the TCP three-way handshake, sequence number prediction, and how hackers use tools for session hijacking. In addition, the countermeasures for DOS and session hijacking are discussed. Denial of service. A DOS attack is an attempt by a hacker to flood a user's or an organization's system. As a CEH, you need to be familiar with the types of DOS attacks and should understand how DOS and DDoS attack works. You should also be familiar with robots and robot networks as well as smurf attacks and SYN flooding. Finally, as a CEH, you need to be familiar with various DOS and DDoS countermeasures. There are two main categories of DOS attacks. 1. Attacks sent by a single system to a single target. 2. Attacks sent by many systems to a single target. The goal of DOS isn't to gain unauthorized access to machines or data, but to prevent legitimate users of a service from using it. A DOS attack may do the following. 1. Flood a network with traffic, thereby preventing legitimate network traffic. 2. Disrupt connections between two machines, thereby preventing access to a service. 3. Prevent a particular individual from accessing a service. 4. Disrupt service to a specific system or option. Different tools use different types of traffic to flood a victim, but the result is the same. A service on the system or the entire system is unavailable to a user because it's kept busy trying to respond to an exorbitant number of requests. How DDoS attack work? DDoS is an advanced version of the DDoS attack. Like DDoS tries to deny access to service running on a system by sending packets to the destination system in a way that the destination system can handle. The key of a DDoS attack is that it relies attacks from many different hosts. Hacking tools. Trino is a tool that sends user datagram protocol traffic to create a DDoS attack. The Trino master is a system used to launch a DDoS attack against one or more target systems. The master instructs agent processes on previously compromised systems to attack one or more IP addresses. This attack occurs for a specified period of time. The Trino agent or daemon is installed on a system that suffers from a buffer overflow vulnerability. WinTrino is a Windows version of Trino and has the same functional as Trino. Seft is a derivative of the Trino tool that uses UDP communication between masters and agents. Seft provides statistics on the flood attack that attackers can use to know when the victim system is shut down. Seft provides UDP, ICMP, and TCP flooding attack options. Tribal flood network allows an attacker to use both bandwidth depletion and resource depletion attacks. TFN does UDP and ICMP flooding, as well as TCP, SYN, and SMARF attacks. TFN2K is based on TFN, with features designed specifically to make TFN2K traffic difficult to recognize and filter. It remotely executes commands, hides the sources of the attack using IP address spoofing, and uses multiple transport protocols. Stretchel Strat is similar to TFN and includes ICMF flood, UDP flood, and TCP SYN attack options. It also provides a secure telnet connection using symmetric key encryption between the attacker and the agent system. This prevents system administrators from intercepting and identifying this traffic. MStream uses smoothed TCP packets with the ACK flag set to attack a target. It consists of a handler and an agent portion, but access to handler is password protected. The services under attack are those of the primary victim. The compromised systems used to launch the attack are secondary victims. These compromised systems, which send the DDoS to the primary victim, are sometimes called zombies or bots. They are usually compromised through another attack and then used to launch an attack on the primary victim at a certain time or under certain condition. It can be difficult to track the source of the attacks because they are originated from several IP addresses. Master and slaves in a DDoS attack are shown below. How bots/botnets work. A bot is short for web robot and is an automated software program that behaves intelligently. Spammers often use bots to automate the posting of spam messages on news groups or the sending of emails. Bots can also be used as remote attack tools. Most often, bots are web software agents that interface with web pages. For example, web crawlers, spiders are web robots that gather web page information. The most dangerous bots are those that covertly install themselves on users' computer for malicious purposes. Some bots communicate with other users of internet-based services via instant messaging, internet relay chat, or another web interface. These bots allow IRQ users to ask questions in plain English and then formulate a proper response. Such bots can often handle many tasks, including reporting weather, providing zip code information, listing sport scores, converting units of measures such as currency, and so on. A botnet is a group of bot systems. Botnets serve various purposes including DDoS attacks, creation or misuse of simple mail transfer protocol, mail relays for spam, internet marketing fraud, and the theft of application serial numbers, login IDs, and financial information such as credit card numbers. Generally, a botnet refers to a group of compromised systems running a bot for the purpose of launching a coordinated DDoS attack. Anatomy of a distributed DOS attack are shown below.